Amway Arena, packed and loud as the Spanish language version of tonight's game presented by ESPN Deportes. Use the SAP button on your television, and we're underway for Game 5. How will the Orlando Magic respond to being down 3-1? It is a team that has shown resiliency all season long. They have suffered numerous heartbreaking defeats in the playoffs, perhaps none more gut-wrenching than Game 5 as they force a turnover on the Lakers' first possession. Resiliency, that is their number one strength during the playoffs. Alston. Courtney Lee, the rookie. First shot of the night.
Really good job of moving the ball early, not trying to go for the home run play, and then Courtney Lee confident on the offensive end.
There's Derek Fisher. Fisher was saying just yesterday, he goes, you don't know how either team is going to come out mentally in a game like this. Will the Magic have the fight in them to try and still win the series as Bryant's first shot won't go? Bynum's tip misses. Battle for the board. Bynum down again. Bynum misses. Gasol with the tip. And the same thing for the Lakers as we have a delay of game warning called as they touch the ball after it went through the rim. Do the Lakers have the incentive to close it out, knowing that they have 2 games at home to wrap it up? Always the question when a series gets to this scenario.
Well, that was great effort on the board by Bynum, even though he didn't get anything out of it. As Rashard Lewis knocks it in, the size advantage right there. They just pounded the Magic on the board.
Boy, do the Magic need Rashard Lewis. He already has half as many field goals as he did in Game 4. A real struggle for him offensively, just 2 of 10. Bynum's shot won't go. Courtney Lee comes flying in for the rebound. Turkoglu and Ariza. That's been one of the real fun matchups of this series. Both have had some outstanding games. Alston a 3. Won't go. And here comes Kobe Bryant, who in the last 2 games has really charged out of the gates. He had 17 in the first quarter of Game 3, 13 in the first quarter of Game 4, and that's his first field goal tonight.
That's a mistake by Rashard Lewis. He's got to be up on the pick and roll and show and give him some help.
Lewis for 3, won't go. Howard the rebound. Nice pass inside Lewis. He's fouled. Count it, and 1. The offensive rebound from Howard, setting up Lewis.
You know, I was reading a quote from Rashard Lewis saying, hey, if we win the ball game, it doesn't matter if I score or not. Guess what? You won't win if you don't score. You have to take advantage of the matchup problems that the Lakers have when you have the ball in your hand. Rashard Lewis, the ability to stretch the defense, and then at the power forward position can put the ball on the floor. Excellent job of taking it to the body of Bynum.
He is their second leading scorer during the regular season. He's their second leading scorer during the playoffs. And he already has as many field goals as he did in Game 4 when he had more turnovers than field goals. Fisher gets inside.
You can make the case that Rashard Lewis causes the most matchup problems of anyone on the Heat, even more than Dwight Howard.
Lewis to Turkoglu. Turkoglu presents his own matchup problems. Gets it inside, flips it up and in. Oh, pretty move from Turkoglu. Love the way. Oh, it takes him a while to get where he wants to go. He's not the quickest player, but he's a smart player. Bryant wanted a foul, thought Lee pushed him. Took a look at Joe DeRosa. This officiating crew, the same one from Game 1. Blocked by Howard, his first of the night. 3-on-1. Alston between the legs. Lewis layup won't go. And they miss out on a 3-on-1 break.
Really a bad job of running the break. Turkoglu was wide open on the 2-on-1 initially.
And a loose ball foul called on Rashard Lewis. He pushed off on Gasol.
Now, these are baskets that you have to have. This is a 3-on-1 fast break. Great for Alston. Your job right now when Kobe Bryant comes towards you, drop the pass off to Turkoglu. He chooses to give it to Rashard Lewis. Didn't execute in transition.
And if you're Rashard Lewis, dunk the ball. Don't try to double clutch because Kobe Bryant's around. Dunk that thing.
Lewis trying to deny, doing his best on Gasol. That's a tough matchup for him. Bynum very aggressive early, looking for a shot. Boy, that's a brick way off the mark. Bynum already 0 for 5. We played 3.5 minutes. Lee, pretty move from the rookie. He hasn't looked to score much because he's got to do so much work at the other end of the floor defending Bryant.
Well, we've already witnessed in this series the Magic play their best when their backcourt players are aggressive.
Ariza, tough shot. Gets it back again, stripped and stolen by Alston. Alston out for Lewis. Back out, passes up the three. Shuffle pass, tried to jam it in there. And it's going to be Laker ball.
If you're Ray for Alston, that's a wide open jump shot. You have to take that shot. If you don't, you're putting too much pressure on your offense. Be aggressive, be confident. You make the right play to Rashard Lewis. He gives up the ball. That's a jump shot. That's a knockdown shot.
He's 2 for 14 from 3 in the series. Maybe why the hesitation. Bynum again will try it. Bynum now 0 for 6.
Sometimes you're open for a reason.
Turkoglu, pass to Howard. Howard inside for the layup. Turkoglu with a pretty setup.
Turkoglu making plays, gets into the seams of the Lakers defense, and then a drop-off pass. Dwight Howard able to finish.
And Howard hasn't caught that well in traffic. That was a good catch because it wasn't a perfectly thrown pass.
Double team forcing the turnover. Another 3-on-1. Lee inside to Alston. Banks it in. 8 straight points from Orlando. Bryant shaken up down the other end for the Lakers. And they're going to call a timeout. Gary Beatty looking at his right hand. He's had that dislocated finger on the right hand, and he looks like in some discomfort right now. Good double team, and right away he went for the right hand.
It looked like when he tried to pull through the double team, somehow caught the right hand in it.
So we'll take a break. All 5 Magic starters have scored. They've got a 9-point lead, but appears to be okay. We asked him yesterday about motivation for tonight, knowing you still have 2 games at home. Well, injuries certainly can happen, and he looked like he was hurting, but obviously okay. Back out on the floor.
Well, he injured my eyes with that sweatsuit. That's terrible, Kobe. I mean, he's a robo man. He doesn't bleed, but he can get a better sweatsuit than that.
He's played with some banged up fingers last couple of years. Didn't have surgery last year on some ligament damage as Fisher pulls up for the jumper. Fisher in and out. Bynum the rebound. Back up. Blocked by Turkoglu, but a foul. As Bynum finally gets one to go. Boy, he's been active. Not necessarily effective, but getting a lot of boards.
Well, here's another byproduct of the double teaming of Kobe Bryant. Dwight Howard had to rotate out the smaller Turkoglu on Andrew Bynum. Bynum's second shot and finishes it strong. And right now they're just pounding, the Magic on the board, using their size very well.
7-point Orlando lead. Nice beat inside. Turkoglu, left hand. Oh, pretty play.
And that's an adjustment by the Magic, putting Rashard Lewis early in the game at the elbow, getting some cutting action. Very good adjustment to get Lewis going.
This is a typical Orlando start. Not only has every starter scored, every starter has an assist. Gasol flips it up and in.
And you got to give credit to Rashard Lewis defensively. He is battling against Pau Gasol. That's just a big-time post player making a big-time move.
Lewis kicks it out. Alston. This time he takes the 3. Can't get it to go. And Bynum the rebound.
I like the aggression by Lewis, though. He's putting the ball on the floor, challenging the feet of Gasol more.
Good double team. Gasol lobs it in. Bynum can't finish. Lakers felt there was some contact. Turkoglu bounce pass to Lee. Reverse layup. Boy, some beautiful passing by the Orlando Magic.
But I agree with the Lakers. To me, that's a very good pass by Gasol and a foul against Bynum.
Bryant, line drive jumper, knocks it down. He's 2 for 3.
No, but this is when the Magic are so effective. When you get Rashard Lewis and Turkoglu making plays on the perimeter for other guys, it makes life so much easier for the other guys on the floor.
like Courtney Lee, who's averaging 4 points a game in these finals. He's already with 6. Alston to Lewis, wide open for 3. And it caroms back out. Lee will try a 3. Well, if you're the Lakers, that's not a good sign. Those two, nobody going near those two in terms of defending. Bryant hits a 3 down the other end. That's a pretty good sign.
And if you're Courtney Lee, that's a good shot for you on the other end, but you have to keep a body on Kobe Bryant. That's his shot.
Alston flips it up. Difficult shot from Ray for Alston.
And when Dwight Howard sets solid screens, it really makes a difference. Good screen that time in the pick and roll situation.
Bryant, double team, gets it to Bynum. Bynum throws it down. Andrew Bynum, the most aggressive we've seen him here in the finals.
And that's Kobe Bryant once again off the pick and roll, making plays as Andrew Bynum dives to the hoop.
Lewis fakes and drives, goes at Bynum, lost it out of bounds. Last touch by the Lakers as Odom will check in for the first time.
Well, the Magic have made a commitment that they're going to trap Kobe Bryant. Dwight Howard jumps out. Kobe Bryant, instead of forcing up a jump shot, drops it off to Andrew Bynum. Finish at the rim. Big guy. How about Kobe Bryant? Stop and pop at the three-point line. Courtney Lee, you got to do a better job of meeting him above the line.
Shot clock down to 7. Lee, that's a 2-pointer. And Bryant the rebound. Bryant, like he's done the last 2 games, looking to shoot in the first quarter. That one too strong. Howard had it, lost it, and got it back. Alston pushing. Tries the same floater again. 2 difficult shots from Ray for Alston. And excellent balance on the offensive end for Orlando. Fisher goes right back at him and draws the foul. And if you're the Magic, you like to see Alston bounce back like this. He did not play in the fourth quarter in overtime. And he wasn't happy about it sitting over on the bench.
Well, this is a good crossover. Doesn't take it all the way to the rim. Good touch on the floater. And you know what, Mike? The interesting part is, to me, and I coach Rafer. Rafer has shown his displeasure with not playing huge minutes. Going into next year, to me, they're going to have to make a decision with Jameer Nelson going back as the starter. Do they keep Ray for Alston? Can he handle that backup role? Or do you have to try to trade him where he can go start and get a guy who's content with being a backup?
They're both under contract for next season. As the free throws are good, 4-point game, 3.5 to play in the first.
No, and I'm a guy that would much rather be contributing on a winning team with a chance to win it all than to be a starting point guard on a bad team.
Howard goes strong, but the shot is too strong. And here comes Lamar Odom. Ariza and Petrus on each other. Michael Petrus has come on. Ariza fakes and drives, gets to the basket, running shot, won't go, but a foul. Trevor Ariza was huge in game 4. His contributions in the third quarter when the game turned around made all the difference for the Lakers. They were down by 12 early in the third. He poured in 13 points in that third period after being scoreless in the first half.
Now we're watching the Magic, and Stan Van Gundy has made a commitment early on to double team Kobe Bryant. On the block and pick and roll situations, that's just a dangerous play as Petrus leaves Ariza wide open at the top of the key. If Courtney Lee and Petrus, if they have Kobe Bryant under control, you have to say, I'm not helping, I'm not doubling, live with the results.
That last foul was on Dwight Howard, his first.
Especially early in the game. That's just my belief early in the game.
Howard spinning, left hand shot won't go. Bryant the rebound. Lee staying with Bryant. Pau Gasol driving. Keeps his dribble alive. Good defense from Howard. Ariza feed. Stripped by Alston. Ball still loose. And they force another turnover. That's the 4th by the Lakers. Courtney Lee to the basket. And he gets knocked down. He'll go to the free throw line. And we'll take a timeout. Excellent balance early, Mark, for the Orlando Magic.
Guys are looking to be aggressive. Ball movement, man movement. Rashard Lewis, hands off to Turkoglu, and then the left hand. And how about Alston? Take him to the streets with the teardrop.
You do not believe that you can win Game 5. It makes no sense for us to go to Los Angeles. You must go into Game 5 believing you can win 2 there and the series. If not, there would come a moment in Game 5 where your will would be tested, and you would be unwilling to meet that, and you will go meekly away from this series. Derek Fisher's perspective, guys, well, he said, I'm convinced that a moment will arrive in Game 5 when our opponent will present an opportunity for us to take their will. And our only question is, are we going to be prepared to meet that moment? Both guys believed a moment would come in this game. They didn't know when, but clearly believing it would happen at some point, guys.
Yep, Doris, there'll always be that run. Magic had a nice run early to go up by 9, but Stan Van Gundy and the Magic know the Lakers will fight back. If the Lakers go on a run and take the lead, that's when you see if they have that will to fight, knowing that they've got an uphill battle to win this series. Against a Laker team that has not lost 3 games in a row since Pau Gasol became a Laker in February of 08. Odom, nice move. Gasol right there for the finish. What a difference he's made. They didn't lose 3 straight all season long, and they haven't lost 2 straight in the playoffs this year.
And to me, that's a problem with Dwight Howard coming to challenge. They don't have enough offensive rebounding when there's a miss.
Petrus blocked by Bryant. They're pretty physical to start. They're letting him play here in the first quarter. A lot of banging going on. Lob pass in and a foul on the entry pass. That's the 15th foul, so Bryant will go to the line.
Well, Odom drives it by. Howard comes to help, and there's no one on the weak side to put a body on Gasol. And right now, the Magic competing hard, playing well on offense, but the rebounding is problematic.
+5 right now for the Lakers.
And also making plays. Alston leaves the floor pretty much upset, and he has a case. Petrus one-on-one with Kobe Bryant. Derek Fisher in a help position. Alston wide open on the perimeter, decides not to pass the basketball. Those are the plays you have to make.
So 2 quick fouls on Alston brings Jameer Nelson in earlier than he normally has. Nelson finished the game in Game 4, playing the 4th quarter in overtime. He was out there for a real good stretch and then had that mental lapse where he did not guard Derek Fisher on the 3-pointer. He says it's still in his head, but he also said he's feeling better and he's feeling more in rhythm and is ready to go tonight.
Those are plays that never leave you, though. They really aren't, because you're talking about a whole different perspective. There were a lot of mistakes throughout the game, but that play right there, along with Howard's free throws, decided the game.
Dwight Howard left-handed, in and out, had a good look, wouldn't go down. He's 1 for 4. You really have to give the Laker defense credit. They have made Dwight Howard frustrated at times. Bryant's shot won't go. He thought he got hit again. They are really letting him play here in the first quarter. Nelson, good drive to the basket, aggressive, can't get it to go. And then a loose ball foul against the Lakers. It goes against Gasol, and that's his first. So free throws coming up for the Magic.
And you can tell Jameer Nelson is nowhere near 100% because these are plays that he's able to make in his sleep. Put the body on a smaller guard as far as strength-wise and able to finish. Comes up short.
Now they change it to 14 fouls. So they'll inbound with a minute remaining here in the first. Petrus, spin move. Oh, little English off the glass. Michael Petrus continues to play so well in the playoffs, and a foul down the other end. Courtney Lee picks up his first, and more Laker free throws.
Now, I just like the aggressive move. If Pau Gasol is going to play center field, you as a perimeter player, you got to attack him with the basketball. Petrus does a good job, the spin move, and then using the basket as a shield, eliminating the shot blocking ability of the Laker bigs.
Petrus has done it at both ends, had some good scoring games. He's had to guard that man, and he's done a very good job on Kobe Bryant. That might sound silly considering how many points a game that Bryant is averaging in the series at 33, but he's also shooting under 43%.
Well, and that's coming off a big-time first game. He was 11 for 31 the last game. You can't do better than that. against him. You just try to make him a volume shooter, try to keep him off the free throw line, make him shoot jump shots.
Well, a 9-point lead has been cut to 1 as we get into the final minute of the first. Howard wants it, gets it deep, gathers himself, stripped by Bryant, but a foul. Yeah, that's the first on Kobe Bryant.
Well, again, putting Rashard Lewis in the pick and roll gets the Lakers in rotation, which allows Dwight Howard to catch it in the paint. Again, the ball for myself is just too low. He's bent over with his back, so he can always be helped on and look to be stripped.
Howard said the Game 4 loss was the worst of his career. We asked him about the missed free throws and the ending to the game when he missed the 2 with 11 seconds. Well, he hits 1 of 2 first time tonight. The ironic thing, he'd really been much improved on the free throws, but all he had to do was make 1 there, and it would have been the difference probably between a win and a loss.
As Bill Parcells says, there's no medals for trying.
Shot clock at 4. Luke Walton misses. 5 seconds remaining in the quarter. Petrus lines up for 3. And that will end the first quarter. Started well for Orlando, but Kobe Bryant caught fire a bit. Once again, 3rd straight game, he's in double figures in the first quarter. All right, Doris, he is coaching his 300th playoff game tonight. That's more playoff games than 25 franchises has played. Just an incredible number. And obviously, a victory tonight or in game 6 or 7 would be his 10th NBA championship. One more than the great late Red Auerbach. As Howard dumps it in.
And that may be the best move I've ever seen Dwight Howard make. That was a big-time post move. Comfortable, confident, and made a big-time shot.
I co-sign that because he gave that little dream half spin and came back to a strong right-hand jump hook. Very good play.
Odom off the mark.
And I like that defensive play of not trying to block the shot, of staying at home, making Odom have to make that runner versus open up the offensive board.
Nelson steps back, can't get it to go. Tony Batiste keeps it alive. In the game now, Sasha Vujacic, Jordan Farmar, Luke Walton, Bynum, and Odom. So just one starter out there. It's Bynum. Vujacic. Walton hasn't played a lot of minutes, but when he's played well. Farmar, open look, in and out. And Bynum, another rebound, his 5th. Bynum able to stay on the floor and stay out of foul trouble. Seems like the first time in a long time. Howard being aggressive on him. Bynum, nice move, goes right at him. 6 points, 5 rebounds for Andrew Bynum.
We are watching 2 big guys that's going to be around for a long time to come.
Howard spins and gets it to go. He wanted a foul.
And rightfully so, he got hit. But those are 3 consecutive post plays, and it just shows you the advantage of being able to drop the ball into the post and get a quality shot against one-on-one coverage.
Vujacic still looking for his first points of the finals. Last year, such an important part of their play in the finals as we have a moving screen. It's on Odom. And that's the 5th turnover for the Lakers.
The way Dwight Howard is looking on the block, if I'm the Magic, I get him the basketball again. You're talking about a big-time move, misdirection, spinning back, able to finish, and then demanding the ball, great position, little dream shake, the jump hook over a contested Andrew Bynum. That's great basketball.
And that wasn't bad defense either. That was just good basketball.
Batiste again. Howard gets it, goes up, shot's good, and a foul. Nice pass from Batiste, And Howard finishing tonight.
Again, Andrew Battie has done the best job so far throwing the high-low pass. Good pick and roll, rotation, good catch, and again, just a small thing. Howard kept the ball up higher than he normally does. He didn't get bent over with his back over the ball, got rid of it a count quicker. And do you see how I snap my fingers to give you that account quicker? That emphasized account quicker.
The problem is I'm the only guy that saw it.
There should be a camera focused just on us.
Oh, please no.
We are eye candy, too.
You and that lizard? The Geico guy? Odom.
I think the Geico or the Gecko looks better than me.
Bynum. Not that time. Boy, Bynum, he's taken 11 shots already.
Now, I'm sure if you're the Orlando Magic, you don't mind that statistic. That means those are shots being taken away from Kobe Bryant and Pau Gasol.
And Jameer Nelson stepped out of bounds. Nelson turns it over. That's still been a hot topic here in Orlando about Nelson playing. And Ray for Alston sitting down the stretch. Anthony Johnson not playing at all. Stan Van Gundy has said all along, a key to his decision on Nelson playing was how he would develop as the series went on. And maybe by the time you get to game 4 or 5, it'll help you win a game, because he has not been, and you expected this, he has not been himself so far. He had a good stretch in the fourth quarter of game 4.
To me, that's what the question comes down to. Did he play well? Vujicic's not even close, but did he play well in that stretch? And he did. And if he would have just guarded the 3, no one would have been questioning.
They would have been talking about how he led the team to victory.
It's always about the result you get.
3.5 gone by here in the second. Odom, nice reverse play. Lamar Odom, and a chance for a three-point play. The long arms of Lamar Odom with the sweeping shot.
Well, Lamar Odom's as good off the dribble as any power forward in this league. A great finish. And then Dwight Howard, again, more post efficiency, good half shake, good high-low catch, kept it up a little bit higher.
Where caring happens in the NBA, which is all over the world, as we always find out firsthand during the NBA Finals, the global reach. 215 different countries are watching the NBA Finals in 42 different languages. Every year just seems to get bigger and bigger.
And how about all 215 countries trying to get on TV, waving their hands at our cameramen? Come on, everybody's like seeking their day in the sun.
A fine contingent as Odom completes the three-point play. Odom has had subpar numbers the last couple of games, but again, his defense, he's part of the defense that has helped frustrate Dwight Howard. Petrus the fake. Two-pointer from Michael Petrus, his second field goal.
The Magic are doing a very good job of moving the basketball, trusting one another and not settling. That time, Petrus in the corner, one dribble pull-up jumper.
4 minutes gone by here in the second. A 5-point Orlando lead. Trying to send this finals back to Los Angeles. Kobe Bryant and the finish. The explosion at the end, and again, he's flexing his right hand after that play.
Looked like he was upset that Petrus was defending him too close. That's how you make a statement.
He's 4 of 7 from the field. Nelson, no hesitation that time. Watching him, and again, you almost expected it. He's been hesitant to look for his shot. That's one of the first times he caught it and shot it right away.
That's because he knows he's coming out. That's an NBA player right there.
Odom hits the 3. Odom's knocked down a bunch of threes during the course of this postseason. Ray for Alston, by the way, is at the scorer's table ready to come in for Nelson. Nice feed. Marcin Gortat finishes it up.
Listen, both teams are getting whatever they want right now. The Magic doing it with the pick and roll. The Lakers doing it off Kobe Bryant.
Orlando shooting 54% from the field. Single coverage. Nelson looking to help. Bryant leans in. Banker won't go. Rebound taken by Nelson. Nelson, dangerous pass. And sitting out the 4 months after surgery on his shoulder. Finds Gortat inside, blocked by Gasol. Bryant goes right at Lewis. Shots blocked, knocked out of bounds. Magic ball. I'll say it again. They are letting him play. Or do they call a foul? No, they are really letting him play.
Loose ball foul, I believe, was called on Lamar Odom as he hit Gortat from the back. But you're right, on that drive, that's a clear foul on Rashard Lewis. And mayhem on the rebound.
Alston, as you see, back in. Turkoglu trying to draw a foul on Ariza. Shot clock winding down. Turkoglu to the basket. Blocked. Gasol got a piece of it. Here comes Odom leading the break. We're midway through the second.
Derek Fisher bringing it over, realizing that Rafe Alston's defending Kobe.
Fisher for three.
And that's just good basketball. Recognize it, force the double team. Bryant, a willing passer. Fisher steps into a knockdown jumper.
Derek Fisher hit the 2 big threes in game 4. Kobe Bryant says there's nobody he trusts more. As we have Trevor Ariza going over to the Orlando bench.
With Turkoglu doing a little head bump hello.
Those two exchange words. Forehead to forehead. And double technicals handed out. You don't shoot on double technicals, but each one technical away from being automatically ejected now.
I think that could be my least favorite NBA call, double technical.
Ariza really pestering Turkoglu. Beatrice on the drive. Tough shot falling away and won't go. Odom the rebound and a foul call against the Lakers. I think it's going to be Gasol. And that's 2 on Pau Gasol.
You know, one thing Beatrice has got to improve on is seeing the floor when he puts the ball down. And when he puts the ball down, he's not creating shots for others. And I think he has opportunities to do that.
He's seeing the floor. He's looking right at the floor as opposed to for a teammate on that. But he has played well. Turkoglu whips it to Lewis. Entry pass stolen. Here comes Kobe Bryant. Out to Ariza. Wide open 3. Puts it in. And the Lakers with their first lead of the game.
Have you ever shot Lewis? I understand what you're trying to do, dropping it off to Dwight Howard. But you're a jump shooting big man. You catch it in rhythm. You have to look to score.
Turkoglu, quick shot that time. Odom has played well off the bench tonight. 6 points, 5 rebounds already. Bryant looking, double team, gets it to go. Tough shot. And a timeout Orlando. So here comes one of the first hits from the Lakers. And now with the Magic respond, Stan Van Gundy wants to talk about it.
Well, good play by Kobe Bryant in transition, drawing the defense. Ariza knocks in the 3, and then quick little pick and roll. That isn't tough. That is really tough. Lakers 8-0 run.
Wow.
Pretty good right there.
Okay. Stay tuned for the finals player of the game vote presented by T-Mobile during the second half of tonight's game. Right now, Lakers lead by 4. Couple of candidates early on. Derek Fisher, one of the players of the game in game 4 with his 3-pointers. He was the first player to address the Lakers in the locker room after that win. He talked to them about the 2000 finals when they were in the same position against the Pacers, and in game 5 they lost by 33 and had to go back and win in LA. He said, we don't want to do that. We want to come back and wrap it up on the road. He also said that feels like a long, long time ago. Mark, you remember that series? You were in it for the Pacers as Ariza hits another three.
Well, I do recall the one thing we had going for us was great leadership. We had a superstar, and we really believed that we could win the series. And we talked about that moment coming for the Orlando Magic, whether they would fold a tent or fight. This is that moment.
Here's the hit. Here's the run by the Lakers, who had trailed by 9 at one point. But an 11-0 run right now for Los Angeles. Fisher, nice fake, all the way to the basket, banks it in. And anxious moments here at Amway Arena. And another timeout. An 18-point turnaround. Magic are up by 9, now they trail by 9.
Any great fighter recognizes when they have their opponent in trouble. Los Angeles Lakers making plays. Kobe Bryant dribble penetration, finding Ariza all by himself, and Derek Fisher shot fake, get to the cup, finishing off the glass. The Lakers rolling, looking to seal the deal.
Three. Then in the isolation, drives to bring the next defender. Again, right on target to tee up another three by Ariza, and then imploring his guys to continue to push and try to open up this lead come halftime.
Bryant has 15 points, 4 assists, a steal and a block. He's had 8+ assists in 6 straight games here in the playoffs. That's the longest stretch of his career with that many assists in each game. Ariza with the steal. Ariza on the drive. He's hit. Shot won't go. As Turkoglu picks up his second. Trevor Ariza with another excellent steal.
Well, Ariza has used his body very well against Turkoglu tonight, riding him off his path. And again, turnovers hurting the Magic.
This is after he throw Ariza in the top 10 in the NBA in steals during the regular season. He's had some huge steals, the 2 big ones in the Denver series, in the Western Conference Finals, game-turning plays. In fact, that's what Phil Jackson was talking about, Trevor Ariza, yesterday. He says he changes games. He did in Game 4 with 13 points. He's changed others with his defense.
The guy doesn't get enough credit for his impact on this Laker team.
Another steal. Odom to Gasol. Back to Odom. Up and under and banks it in. What a run for the Lakers. And this crowd is stunned, as are the Magic. 16 straight points and they're up by 12. And Ariza again right in the thick of it. Magic need to stop the bleeding right now. And there's a foul on the entry pass. Fisher called for the personal. Lakers not in the penalty.
You realize that the Lakers have pumped up the volume defensively in the passing lane, coming up with the steal. These are 2 bigs for the Lakers, making plays in transition like the perimeter players.
Orlando has not scored in over 3 minutes, as we're under the 3-minute mark in the second. Alston to drive. Good tough shot. Ready for Alston with 8 points. Boy, they needed that.
Well, they just have to hold the fort right now. You're going to hit bad stretches in any game, and it's how you deal with the bad stretches that is so critical.
They bounce back from a bad stretch in Game 4 as Ariza, impressive drive to the basket. He's got 10 points, 3 boards, and 3 steals.
And here's a guy you can make the case won the last game in the third quarter with his stellar play. Has turned it on since the double technical foul with him and Turkoglu.
Fisher picks up his second. And now the Lakers in the penalty. The Hito Turkoglu Trevor Ariza matchup so vital. Turkoglu, such an important playmaker for the Orlando Magic.
And let's face it, if the Magic don't make 3-point shots, they're not winning.
And
they haven't made one yet tonight.
0 for 7 as we check in with some recent huddles. Well, Turkoglu playing hard right there. Good ball denial, forcing that turnover. Orlando Magic, we've talked throughout the playoffs, they're not just a three-point shooting team with this big, strong center. They're a very good defensive team. And often their defense leads to their offense. That's what they need right now with their offense stalled a bit. Lewis for three. That's good. First three-pointer of the game after missing their initial 7.
And that's off of Turkoglu making the play, not only on the defensive end and pick and roll, finding Lewis by himself in the corner.
And Phil Jackson doesn't want to see a strong Magic run to end the half. Quickly calls the time. It's a 20-second timeout.
And Turkoglu's the guy that's going to have to make plays on both ends. Pick and roll, delivers the pass to Rashard Lewis in the corner. The Magic in trouble. Do they have fight?
Will there be a Game 6 in Los Angeles? If the Magic can win tonight, Game 6 in LA. We'll have it for you on ABC. Tip off shortly after 9, and then a Game 7 if necessary at the Staples Center on Thursday. Right now, Game 5, Lakers up by 8. Gasol fakes on Howard, drives. Boy, looked like Howard was just shoving him with a forearm. It's still Laker ball with 8 on the shot clock.
And there's an awful lot of contact going on in this ball game. What you hope for, if that's the way it's going to be refereed, then be consistent all night long. That's the only thing you can ask for as a player or a coach.
Fisher, shot clock winding down. Fisher up top to Ariza. 1 on the shot clock, puts it up. Banks it in as the shot clock expires. Lakers have now made 8 shots in a row. And Ariza has 11 points as Howard throws down Fisher down the other end. Some frustration right now for Dwight Howard. Howard's second foul.
Oh, that's a good flop. Again, this is the problem I have. You let the stuff with Gasol go as Howard. To me, that's a legitimate foul that you talked about on Gasol's drive. That's not a legitimate foul. That's a reaction to Derek Fisher being really good at acting. And I just like to see that taken out of the game. I just don't like the acting part.
Odom, the runner, offensive foul. Gortat steps in and draws the charge, and Lamar Odom, who has played well off the bench, has 3 personals. So Odom will come out for the final 56 seconds. Gortat, who has not played big minutes in the finals, with an important play there.
Gortat's a very good defender in his own right, different from Howard. Howard's more of a shot blocker, but Gortat's a better individual defender than Howard.
10-point game, final minute, second quarter. Alston to Lewis. He's got Fisher on him. Alston puts up the 3. In and out. That one halfway down. And here's Kobe Bryant. Another strong all-around performance. Pulls up. Off balance. He ran into his own man as Lewis gets the rebound. About a little over a second difference between the shot clock and game clock. A strong second quarter for the Lakers. Alston to drive. Bank shot won't go. Gets his rebound. Back up. Blocked. Outlet stolen by Lee. Puts it up. That won't go. Lewis's shot at the buzzer. Off the mark. And the second quarter will come to an end. A 16-0 run in that second period for the Lakers turned a 9-point deficit.
I think he's pretty serious about the second half.
he's not a normal person.
And I think if you're Vidi, you're not concerned about Kobe Bryant. Right now, his eyes are on the finish line. He wants to finish the course, and that type of attitude, that approach is contagious.
You know, that statement about wanting to feel the pain, that was like, I read this book about G. Gordon Liddy, and he wanted, like, he was afraid of rats, so he bit the head off a rat. And then he was afraid of lightning, so he went up in the top of the tree and stuck up a rod. I mean, what is Kobe Bryant going to do, break his thumb so he can feel the pain?
Confront your fears. Lewis, Alston, Lee, good ball movement. Lee gets inside, misses Gasol the rebound. Part of that turnaround, again, as you guys have discussed, the Laker defense, when the Lakers play strong defense, they've been impossible to beat in this postseason. Fisher gets rid of Alston with a head fake and can't hit the shot.
But Courtney Lee, when he drove that time, was thinking pass. He shot as a secondary option.
The Orlando Magic have been resilient all season. They've bounced back after so many tough losses as Howard is fouled before the shot. It goes against Andrew Bynum. So Bynum picks up his third. Stan Van Gundy's team, they lost 2 heartbreakers in the Philly series, 1 in the Boston series, 1 in Cleveland, 2 already in this series. And they keep coming back and fighting. Perhaps another half to fight in this season. Alston to drive. That's a bad shot. Ball knocked away. Shot clock was winding down. And we have a loose ball foul. They call it on Trevor Ariza. Magic catching a break there.
And watching Turkoglu earlier in the first half, pretty much in the second quarter, he took a hit to the leg. Since that point, he's not running like Turkoglu runs the floor. He's not looking to come off screen and rolls like we've become accustomed to watching. That's something to take a look at to close out this game.
Lewis with a hand in his face. Can't get the 3. Ball tipped and taken by Ariza.
See, on that shot, to me, Lewis has got to put the ball on the floor. He's got guys flying at him. All they have to do is show the shot and put it on the floor. Now, that's not a great part of his game, but it's got to be more part of his game.
After shooting well early, they have gone cold. Ariza way short. He played 90 seconds, and so far nobody scored here in the third. Howard tried to spin and wanted the lob, and Turkoglu wasn't patient. Pass inside to Alston. Back up top. Courtney Lee on the drive. Gets to the basket. Pretty athletic play from Courtney Lee. He's their leading scorer with 10.
And that's the same move that you talked about Rashard Lewis doing. Don't fall in love with the jumper. Put pressure on the Lakers defense and get to the cup.
Lee now defends Bryant at the other end. Bryant over the shoulder to Fisher. Shot clock at 6. Fisher. Tough shot from Fisher, won't go. Alston defended it. Fisher thought he got hit. He gives the stare to Kenny Maurer as they go down the floor. Lewis to Lee. 1 for 11 from 3-point range. Alston the reach in. Fisher got it back. And it's going to be a jump ball.
But see, by Lewis putting the ball on the ground, he opened up that wide open corner 3. Now look, if you don't make it, you got to live with that. That's your game. Live with your game, and then good effort back in transition. So they're showing signs of trying to do some good things. Good hands by Ray for Alston. Get on the floor. You know, the Lakers, like Phil Jackson, they have to be concerned with what they're doing right now. They don't want to let them get all the way back.
Turkoglu on the second tip. Alston looking for an opening. He's got Gasol on him. Trying to take him, clears some space. Good smart play, but can't get it to fall. Orlando 41% from the field. Bryant knocks it down. He's got 17.
Now, this isn't a secret, but this is one bad man. When you're talking about a complete basketball player, outstanding to watch.
And a foul as Turkoglu put it on the floor. And Bynum has just picked up his 4th foul. Bynum's been very active.
I really don't think people appreciate how great this guy is. And I learned early on as a broadcaster, you don't want to throw around the word great. Well, I'm going to go out on a limb and say this guy is great. As good as we've seen at the 2-guard position.
There are certain players, whether it's Kobe Bryant or Tim Duncan, you almost start to take for granted how great they are on a night-in, night-out basis. How they're able to perform at that level every single night, or almost every night. Lee steps back, and Courtney Lee, right now, he's keeping him in the game.
See, unless you have to compete against Bryant as a coach or as a player, that's the only way you can lose sight of how great they are. What that shot you just highlighted, Mark, that's a very difficult shot.
A reach in on Alston. Are they going to call it? No, it's away from the ball. It's against Courtney Lee in his defense of Bryant away from the play.
Courtney Lee looking to battle on the defensive end. Bryant not giving up an inch, but you like the way that Lee is getting after him, and right away on the out-of-bounds set, Bryant calls his own play, wants to put Lee back on the block.
And if you have to double consistently, it's going to be very difficult to win in this league.
Shot clock at 2. Ariza has to hoist it up, defended well, and a 24-second violation. It's still, with all the terrific plays from Kobe Bryant, with that 16-0 run by the Lakers, it's only an 8-point game, and we're still early here in the 3rd quarter. Danny Crawford checking with the clock.
Hey, Mark, is that across the way? Is that your former teammate, Dale Davis?
Well, both of them actually. We're taking a look at Travis Best and Dale Davis, 2 guys that played with me, the Indiana Pacers.
Now, that was one bad man on the board, Dale Davis.
They were on that 2000 team that took the Lakers to 6 games in the finals.
Tell you what, if I was Stan Van Gundy or Otis Smith, I'd love to sign him right now for this half. He certainly will put a body on somebody.
Howard up top. Right back to Howard. Kicks it back out. Alston puts it up. That's a 3. Big shot from Rafer Alston. And the Magic back within 5.
But what we're witnessing is inside, outside, man movement, ball movement, the extra pass, winding up with high percentage shots. That's Magic offense.
That's very good play by Dwight Howard. Got it on the repost and still threw it out.
Odom answers back with his 2nd 3-pointer.
And to me, when Lamar Odom is this good, there's no beating the Lakers. He's made 2 threes, the shot you want him taken. He's an outstanding defender, rebounder, passer.
Howard inside, offensive foul, lower the shoulder, and that's his 3rd personal.
Oh, this is good defense by Pau Gasol. He understands how he was beat on the last possession. Takes the hit from Dwight Howard, certainly a little flop, but the contact was there. If you're Dwight Howard, you don't put yourself in that position. Spin away from the body of Gasol.
Gasol has done an excellent job defensively, both on Howard and Rashard Lewis, 2 totally different types of players. Really have to credit Gasol's defense. Odom again, hits another 3. Lamar Odom, his 3rd 3-pointer, and the Lakers go up by 11.
You think about it, you get it back to 5, and then all of a sudden, the unexpected hit you with a right cross.
Ball knocked out of bounds, still Orlando ball. Odom's he's shooting almost 50% from downtown in the playoffs.
But this is good defense. You're doubling Bryant with a smaller guy. Hey, Lamar Odom, give him credit.
He's had some subpar numbers the past couple of games, but a huge 3rd quarter here. Lakers by 11. We've said it many times, when Lamar Odom plays at a high level, the Lakers are nearly unbeatable. He is playing at a high level right now, including 3 for 3 from downtown.
The Lakers in transition. You talk about two big guys. This is Gasol and Odom making plays, passing to one another. Odom with the finish. Ball movement off the penetration, not putting the ball on the floor, making plays. Lamar Odom often aggressive, knocking down shot. 3-ball corner pocket.
He has had some superb games in this postseason. As we said earlier, his defense a big part of what's been a frustrating at times series for Dwight Howard. Turkoglu finding Howard, and Fisher quickly fouls him. That shot will not count. Magic wanted a continuation. They are not in the penalty. 3 fouls on Fisher.
And when the Magic, when they were on their run in the Eastern Conference, I could listen to the radio and also listen to experts say they were the deepest team in basketball. It was an insult to the Los Angeles Lakers. By far the most talented team in the league. When you talk about top to bottom, they have so many weapons.
And a blocking foul on Ariza. They're going to call that in the act of shooting as Trevor Ariza picks up his 3rd.
And to me, the reason is that Bynum, Gasol, Odom, they can play big with that lineup, or they can play quick and fast and still stay big when Lamar Odom comes off the bench. So to me, the bench of the Lakers, it starts and ends with Lamar Odom's very goodness.
Turkoglu hits the first. Orlando trying to force a game 6. And if there is one, we'll have it for you on ABC on Tuesday. Tip-off shortly after 9 Eastern from the Staples Center. And then if necessary, a game 7 on Thursday, also from Los Angeles. Tip-off shortly after 9. And the NBA draft coming up on Thursday, June 25th on ESPN. Right now, though, it's a 9-point Laker lead as we approach the midway point of the 3rd. Orlando trying to keep this season alive as a foul away from the ball. Courtney Lee picks up his 3rd, 2nd team foul.
And Bryant working extremely hard, demanding the basketball. And you're the Lakers on the floor, get him the ball because he's making the right decisions. He's not just looking to score, he is forcing the issue against the Magic defensively.
And Mark, you said at the very top, even from a couple of years ago, Kobe Bryant may have tried a different approach to a game like this than he's doing tonight, correct?
Well, absolutely. There was a time where this guy would try to get 50 tonight, and his team would have a chance of winning. But they're at their best when he's making plays.
Wow! And speak of making plays, Bryant banks it in, off balance, falling down, and it's backed up to 11.
So you see, they single covered him that time.
As Howard misses.
And he made the incredible shot. And right now, Dwight Howard has to deliver at both ends. He's got to block shots, he's got to rebound, and he's got to finish those plays inside.
Odom kicks it out. Ariza finds Gasol. Gasol just throws it up high, top of the backboard, inbounds. Howard the rebound. Gasol asking for a foul. Alston wide open for 3. In and out. And Fisher goes after the rebound. Coming up on 5 minutes remaining. Crowd a little quiet right now at the Amway Arena. Nervous for their Magic. Fisher hits the jumper, and the lead goes up to 13, largest of the game.
And that's why you give him the basketball. Good things happen. Sells the shot, delivers it to Fisher. Fisher doesn't have to do anything but lock and load.
Turkoglu blocked by Gasol. That's his 4th block of the game, and the 8th for the Lakers.
And we're talking about the best in the world. Mama, there goes that man. Outstanding athletic finish.
By the way, Kobe Bryant has 4 block shots. He has the other 4 rejections for the Lakers. Shot clock at 2. Lewis is going to have to put it up. Forces up the 3. And a 24-second violation. Stan Van Gundy talking to Joe DeRosa. Orlando shooting 2 for 14 from 3-point range.
And that was obviously a difficult one against the shot clock. But for the most part, LA shooting the heck out of the 3, and the Magic aren't, on very similar type shots.
Gasol fakes, drives, gets hit, shot won't go. And Pau Gasol will take his first free throws of the night. You know, we talk so much about Kobe Bryant wanting it desperately to win a title. Gasol, the same thing last year, coming to the Lakers and made such a dramatic change in their team. He took some heat after the finals when they were beaten by the Boston Celtics in 6 games, said he wasn't tough enough, that he was out-muscled by Garnett and by Kendrick Perkins, and he came back strong this year. He's had some unbelievable games in the playoffs, some tough games against tough teams like the Houston Rockets and the Denver Nuggets. And he's showing his versatility, especially on the defensive end in this series. Howard, by the way, that last play, that's his 4th foul. 14-point lead with 4 minutes to go here in the 3rd. Turkoglu drives, kicks it out to Alston. Michael Petrus. Bounce pass to Lewis. Lewis, open 3, can't get it to go. Rebound tip. Howard had it, lost it. Nothing going down right now for the Orlando Magic. Bryant maneuvering, weaving, gets to the lane and draws the foul. Kobe Bryant, the Lakers right now, can smell blood. They are in control with 3:39 remaining in the 3rd. As Howard has now picked up his 5th foul.
See, to me, you can't take that foul. Try to block it up high.
Now they're changing the foul. They just announced it on the PA to Turkoglu, so he has 3, and Howard will remain with 4.
Oh, the Orlando Magic, they're going to have to respond. I'm a big boxing fan. I remember watching Oscar De La Hoya against Manny Pacquiao. There was a point where Oscar De La Hoya quit in the fight. The Orlando Magic, they've got to retaliate right now. They have their body language. You know, De La Hoya quit. Give you whatever they give you, let them make the decision. I love what Phil Jackson is doing. Gets Kobe Bryant right back into the ball game, sensing that this is closing time. This is where we win it all.
I think it would be a bigger statement for the Lakers if he tried to win this 4th quarter without Bryant on the floor. That's what I would do.
Well,
would make it more meaningful.
What's your last name?
Yeah, exactly.
As we start the 4th quarter, they've got 5 players in double figures. Bryant is, again, a terrific all-around game. He's only taken 14 shots, but he has 5 assists, 6 rebounds, 4 blocks, a steal. Gasol with Gortat on him. Knocks it down. Strong start. And Gasol with 12. This is the largest lead of the game.
That was great defense. Better offense.
Jameer Nelson to Redick. Redick open for 3. That's good. Only their 3rd three-pointer of the night. 3 for 17, but it cuts it to 14.
That's a good job of reading the penetration. Baseline drive, baseline drift. J.J. Redick knocks down to Jay.
Lewis with the steal, but couldn't hold on as we send it over to Doris.
Guys, the Lakers talked in their huddle about playing defense without fouling. They do not want the Orlando Magic in the penalty early. And they said, guys, don't get sucked in defensively and give up 3s. We'd rather give up 2s. Obviously, not a terrific start to the strategy in the 4th. Mike.
Well, they've been cold all night, but they're a team that can get red hot. Going to be very streaky. Bryant's jump shot. It's good. 23 for Kobe Bryant.
I tell you what, you're not going to win allowing J.J. Redick to defend Kobe Bryant one-on-one. That's a recipe for disaster.
Redick's pass deflected by Luke Walton, and then a hold called on Walton. Or do they call it on? I'm not sure. Rashard Lewis called for the personal.
I mean, this is the best in the world. Sorry, Mike. This is the best in the world. One-on-one. That's good defense for J.J. Redick, but Kobe Bryant is in a zone right now. It doesn't matter who's defending him. The ball has to get out of his hands.
Dwight Howard and Courtney Lee get off the bench. Howard with his 5 fouls will return. We're 90 seconds into the fourth. Gasol again, too strong, and Lewis the rebound. Stan Van Gundy said they need to play a great fourth quarter. Turkoglu, Gortat with the left hand, misses. Gasol with his 11th rebound.
If I was the Orlando Magic bigs, at the end of this series, I would ask Pau Gasol, does he have a big man camp that I can attend?
Backdoor, Bryant inside, reverse. Almost put that one in. Here comes Turkoglu the other way. Back to Redick, over to Nelson. Nelson steps back for 3, knocks it down. Suddenly, it's a 13-point game. Magic have shown grit all season. They never give up, keep fighting back. Crowds come alive a little bit. They've been pretty quiet much of the second half with all this fine Laker play. Gasol tied up. Ariza for 3, way off the mark. And a loose ball foul is going to go against Rashard Lewis. Second team foul, 3rd on Lewis.
If you're the Magic, you're getting good things on the offensive end. You have to get stops, and you have to secure the basketball by rebounding it.
And going into this series, to me, that was their biggest question, is could they rebound with the Lakers? For most of the series, it's been pretty good. Tonight, they've been dominated.
Plus 10 for the Lakers in that department. Farmar looking for Kobe Bryant. Redick all over him. Bryant takes his time, 1 on the shot clock. Back of the rim won't go. And Lewis another rebound. Here comes Nelson looking for an opening. Still plenty of time. Nelson the drive. Bryant pokes it away. Shot clock at 8. Nelson, tough shot, won't go. Howard the offensive board. Back out for Turkoglu. Nelson will try another 3. Lewis tips it out, but right to Ariza. 8.5 remaining in a 13-point game. Shot clock down to 8. Bryant fires a 3, puts it in. Kobe Bryant from downtown, and the lead back to 16. Timeout Orlando. And a lot of the air just went out of the building here. The fans desperate for a comeback, but the Laker fans up and applauding. Another brilliant game from Kobe Bryant.
Magic make a couple of shots. Kobe Bryant looking to stop the bleeding. Hand down, man down. Turkoglu pays the price as Bryant knocks down a dagger 3.
26 points, 5 assists, 6 rebounds, 4 block shots, and 8-13. The Orlando fans have been energized throughout the year, throughout the playoffs. But right now, their team 8 minutes and 13 seconds away from seeing their season end. As Kobe Bryant and the Lakers on the verge of another championship. It's 83-67. Bryant has been, again, sensational tonight in the game that you talked about that he needed to have, Mark.
Well, doing a lot of the things, like you said, that we talked about early on. Not just looking to score, but making plays, getting it done defensively, and unselfishly reading the proper reads.
Lewis misses by about 2 feet. And the poor shooting continues for Orlando.
Listen, Dwight Howard and Rashard Lewis have had remarkable years, but these last 2 games, offensively, they just haven't delivered.
Lewis 3 of 13 tonight. Luke Walton gets inside, kicks it out to Odom. Odom pulls back for the jump shot. That won't go, and Howard the rebound. Howard a quiet night, 9 points, 9 rebounds. The Lakers have done a sensational job on him as Courtney Lee's jump shot too strong. Howard runs, but he stepped out of bounds. And with 7:22, Lakers have it with a 16-point lead. You know, we mentioned before Phil Jackson and his mentors. He's thinking about somebody tonight. He talked about him before the game. Tex Winter, who has spent a lifetime in coaching, one of the great men in coaching, has been ill recently. Winter, a longtime assistant of Phil Jackson. He's home in Portland watching the game. Alley-oop pass, and Ariza throws it down. And Phil Jackson wanted him to know he was thinking about him tonight in a night where he could make history. Largest lead of the night as Howard lays that one in.
When you talk about making history, winning a title, to me, Phil Jackson is already one of the greatest coaches in professional sports history. And winning this title, without question, makes him the greatest ever grace the sidelines in the NBA.
As a foul is called. Well, in terms of the numbers coming into tonight, he's won 9 of the last 18 championship, 12 finals appearances in the last 19 years. Of course, 6 with the Bulls and 3 with the Lakers. Bryant, a couple of fakes now on the drive, spins, falling away, won't go. And Odom the rebound. You get the feeling Bryant wants to take him again. This time gets to Odom. Walton. Trevor Ariza on the drive. Throw. Oh, almost threw it down. Took off a little too early. We're at the midway point of the fourth. Good defense from Bynum. Turkoglu to the basket, blocked by Odom, but a foul. And he'll shoot a couple of free throws. Just past the midway point of the fourth. Kobe Bryant on the verge of his 4th NBA championship.
You on your mark, it's set.
Well, he's lost in his last 2 trips to the finals, 0-4 to the Pistons, last year to the Boston Celtics, doing everything he can to make sure he doesn't fall short in this year.
I'll tell you, the guys who are lucky, the guys who are on the Kobe train, this is no luck. This is great skill, talent, and will. This shot, to me, is as good as any. And the next one rivals Michael Jordan's iconic right-to-left scoop. He shows it to you, he brings it down, back up off the board, and then, hey, hand down, man down. 3-pointer.
You know, Mark, it's always talked about his talent is off the charts. His competitive drive is as much as we've ever seen from any NBA player. But the ever-evolving and improvement as a leader. He's sometimes not been the easiest guy to play with, but that involvement has been so huge for him and for this team.
Absolutely, and guys responded to that involvement. You talk about Kobe Bryant, we asked him the question, does this mean more than winning it with Shaq? And the answer is yes. He's not going to say that, but absolutely, because this is his first time winning it where he is the clear-cut man on the team. And he's done an outstanding job of leading this group from day one.
That's what he said. It's an honor to lead this team. As Walton, nice little ball fake, and Walton banks it in.
My question is, I think it's overplayed how hard he was to play with. I mean, I'm watching this guy play basketball. To me, he plays as Turkoglu makes a 3. He plays hard. He works hard in practice. When he's single covered, he goes for and takes a shot. And when he's double covered, he passes. I think a lot of that about him not being a good teammate has as much to do with the guys he played with.
I don't know if some people think a good teammate, rather, he can be hard on his teammates when they don't perform at his level. And that's what has made him, in many ways, a good leader by pushing them to play harder, to be a better player.
Yeah, that's, to me, called leadership.
And you know the point to be made? If you go out and compete the same way that this guy competes, in practice and in game situations, he's not a problem to you because he's not talking to you when he demands that you raise your level of play.
Right, like so why do he and Fisher get along so well? Is because Fisher, at a totally different level of talent and skill, competes every bit as hard as Bryant. He'll have problems with the guys, and rightfully so, just like a coach would, guys who compete to a point, but maybe not as hard as necessary to win it all.
And a great example of that was what happened in the summer. All these NBA All-Star players, as Howard has it knocked away, from Dwight Howard to LeBron James to Dwayne Wade, all talked about Kobe Bryant's work ethic. Here's some of the hardest working, most talented players in the league, and they looked at him as an example.
Well, you think about it.
As he puts up a three, in and out, and a loose ball foul called on Alston.
You think about it. LeBron James wants to win like Bryant does. You know, they're chasing this guy's greatness. This guy is Machiavellian by any means necessary. You know, he is a throwback. And so if you're around other great players who aspire to be at his greatness, there's no question that they're going to enjoy playing with him.
What Lamar Odom said as Odom goes to the free throw line, you know, they were asking Odom about Kobe Bryant and his 8 assists or 8+ assists at each of the last 6 games. Odom said that if Kobe Bryant wanted to be the best point guard in the NBA, to concentrate on distributing and not scoring, he would be the best point guard in the NBA.
And I agree, he has no flaws. Now that's not going to allow his team to be as efficient or as good as they would be. But here's a guy that has no flaws as a basketball player. And what I love most, at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, this guy's tank will be on E with the light beaming bright.
And it all started in terms of the championship for this season as Lewis launches up a three and puts that in. It all started with that Game 6 loss in Boston right after. It was an embarrassing loss. It was one where the Lakers had to watch the Celtics celebrate on their home floor as they were walking off, green confetti falling on their heads. Embarrassed by 39 in Boston as Gasol misfires. And they vowed to get better. They vowed to get tougher. They had their share of tests this year. In fact, during the playoffs, they were questioned quite a bit and how they handled some of the games against the Houston Rockets, but Bryant kept saying it was going to make them stronger, and evidently it did as Lewis knocks down the three.
And I got people that were upset with me in putting Kobe Bryant into discussion with Michael Jordan. At the end of the day, just look at this guy's body of work. Look at the great players and listen to the way that they acknowledge that he's the best. It's incredible.
Ball deflected out of bounds with 3:22 remaining.
Listen, you can at least you can have a legitimate conversation about that.
The second straight series they will clinch on the road. The Denver series, winning in Denver in Game 6. Remember, they had some rough road outings in the Houston series. It made them stronger. Bryant's three-pointer won't go. Howard the rebound. As we come up on 3 minutes remaining in this NBA season. One that will crown a new champion. Redick on the drive. Well, it's under 3. This is the closest they've been in the fourth quarter. A 12-point game. Magic still fighting. And that's not a surprise. Anybody who's watched them all season long, as resilient a team as we've seen. Bryant on the drive. Banker is good. Another spectacular night. Another 30-point game for Kobe Bryant. Lewis fires away. Bryant tips it to Gasol. And that last jumper from Kobe Bryant pretty much sealing it. A 14-point lead as we're approaching the 2-minute mark. Turkoglu trying to bump him. Bryant falling away. Shot won't go. Alston the rebound. J.J. Redick from long range hits the three-pointer. And it's down to 11 as we hit 2 minutes. You got to love the way the Magic keep fighting back. It has obviously not been a strong performance tonight. But they won't give up. Odom inside. Gets to Gasol. Fisher with 5 on the shot clock. Out to Ariza, open 3. Won't go. Lewis the rebound. Ball deflected, gets to Alston. Lewis down the lane, blocked by Gasol. Big play from Pau Gasol. And now the Lakers and their fans starting to celebrate. Ariza on the drive, and he's fouled with 1:12 remaining, and the Lakers leading by 11. Kobe Bryant, the Lakers on the verge of the 15th championship in franchise history.
Kurt Rambis looking in the crowd. He's nervous how he's going to accept the Conn Smythe Award. I'm telling you, you put him in a hockey uniform, and you teach him how to skate, he'd be one of the best there too.
Well, Kobe Bryant, the Lakers, and their fans are ready to celebrate as Ariza goes to the line. Certainly a tough way for the season to end for the Orlando Magic, but you can make the statement this is their best season in franchise history. 59 wins, first time making the finals in 14 years, first finals victory in franchise history. Stan Van Gundy and his team, what an amazing playoff run. Down 2-1 to Philly, come back and win. Beat the defending champion Celtics in Boston in a Game 7. Beat amazing numbers from LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers, a 66-win team. They were the first team in the history of the NBA playoffs to face 3 teams that had won 60-plus games. and they took the Lakers, or made them battle and made them fight 2 difficult overtime losses. But what a great, great year it's been for the Orlando Magic. So hard to end on this note. As Odom looking, and he's bumped. And they're a young team as well, but they've got some decisions to make in the offseason. Turkoglu can opt out of his contract, most likely will do that. There'll be a lot of teams wanting to sign him. Rafer Alston will be back, but as you mentioned earlier, Jeff, the decision of Rafer Alston and Jameer Nelson on the same team. Marcin Gortat is a free agent as well. He's been a valuable player. But they had so much development of Dwight Howard. This year, the Defensive Player of the Year. All-stars in Rashard Lewis and Jameer Nelson. The play of Michael Petrus and Courtney Lee, the rookie. We've got a new arena coming for the Magic soon. What a great job Stan Van Gundy did all season long. And again, this team went a lot further than many thought. Cleveland and Boston were the favorites, but it was Orlando that made it to the finals. A reminder, shop NBAstore.com for the best selection of Magic and Lakers finals gear, including the Magic vs. Lakers finals t-shirt. NBAstore.com, one store, every team. I know it's hard for you to watch your brother go down in defeat tonight, Jeff, but I know there's also a lot of pride for what he and his Magic accomplished this year.
Well, there's no question. They had, as you said, a great, great year, and they met an opponent that was superior to them in the first game and this game. The middle 3 games of this series were very close, but this game, the Lakers showed their greatness.
You know, I sit back as I watch the Lakers celebrate, and I think about Shaquille O'Neal. If he's watching, what could he be thinking right now? Because this is a team, they're not finished right now. This is a team that's going to have to be dealt with for years to come.
You saw Phil Jackson there before. No head coach has won more NBA championships than Phil Jackson. Number 10, one more than the late, great Red Auerbach. He's now winner of 10 of the last 19 NBA titles. A magnificent accomplishment. The question, will he be back? It's not definite. He's got a year left on his contract. He said it depends on his health. This would certainly be quite a way to go out. Lewis flips it in. And a foul. Rafer Alston will finish up with some free throws. They do it in 5 games, and they do it impressively with a tremendous all-around performance from Kobe Bryant. How about Trevor Ariza? What a talented young player. They simply don't win without his contributions during the playoffs.
Well, I think you're talking about Orlando has some key decisions. So too do the Lakers. Lamar Odom, Trevor Ariza, those are big decisions. They lose either guy, that will seriously impact their ability to repeat.
And you look at Odom, the roller coaster ride he's had, always the subject of trade rumors. He's had his ups and downs off and on the court. Maybe that makes this moment so much sweeter for him. When he's on top of his game, one of the most versatile players in the NBA, and now he's going to have an NBA championship ring. And Derek Fisher, we talk about Bryant and his 4th title. Fisher as well. These two will join Shaq and Duncan as most championships among active players.
And I like that Phil Jackson leaving this group on the floor.
Letting him get one final ovation. The shot clock's going to wind down, then the Magic will inbound. Many of the Magic fans still here, as they'll want to applaud their Orlando Magic for their accomplishments this year. There are also a number of Laker fans that have been here throughout the arena, ready to celebrate a championship. There's the final seconds. As the buzzer sounds, it's official. The Lakers are NBA champions once again. LA wins the 2009 NBA title.